Hello everybody, welcome to another day of Albion Online. Today what we're going to be doing is I know it's late, I didn't plan to actually do another one of these, but because I had already done 2 live streams today, but we're going to do a third one today. I'm going to try not to talk too much, but it's kind of hard habit for me. Still recovering from being sick, but that being said, here we go. So, my brother, the Lao, who's over here, he told me that over here in under activities, I kind of always ignore these things, but right here, daily event, invade the enemy strongholds, 15% more fame in static open world dungeons and world boss strongholds. Now you notice I do this a lot. Well, me and him like to do this together, and you'll notice that when we do it together, we actually clear this ridiculously fast. So he's over here, he's already in Mauer Gorge. Mauer Gorge is a static dungeon. And because it's a static dungeon, everything you do in here gives you 15% more fame. On top of, if you're faction flagged, I know this is only one zone away, we get another 5% because we're only at Mauer Gorge, which is only one zone away. So basically we're getting an extra 20% more fame for everything we do in here. And then we include our premium. So let's just come over here and just smash it. Let me actually eat a roast pork. And forgive me if I cough, I am still sick. I'll try to mute myself as best I can whenever I cough. Jalal, you want to say hi?
Hey, what's up?
Hello, everybody. Pick up all this. We're going inside, I'm guessing? Or should we clear? Let's clear the whole thing first, once. On the outside, and then we'll circle in.
Okay.
Let's do a clockwise rotation here real quick. Alright, I'm gonna mount up. We're gonna do a much bigger pool. Huh?
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on, these guys are clearing all these up. Over here, over here. I'm gonna clear these ones over here. This group. This archer's doing so much. Friendly reminder. Since you're the melee one, can you take out the archers first?
Oh, sure.
And or group them in so that we're closer together? Whatever it takes. The archers are the ones that normally do the most damage to us.
I'll do my best.
Awesome. Here, let me grab once my mount's up. Let me grab this whole area. Or as much as you can. If I grab that one, I'll drop all the rest of them. It's good enough. Got this last group down here. To the next tower. Grab this group and this group. And this one. I'm gonna lose my mount on the next hit. It's gonna dismount it. This one too. Oh, is there anything down here? You already cleared it out. Okay, only on the walls. It's archers, archers. Uh-oh. Oh, I got interrupted twice. Let's go big. Okay, grab that one's down below. Yeah, I can grab this group. Is that a boss? Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
it's
a.
a boss. The guy's attacking.
Just let him have it. Someone else already cleared most of this. Oh, but they left loot. Some loot. Do the whole class will just cleared now? Nope,
They
that's
did,
still over.
right?
No, that's over here. There's over here. There's plenty over here.
Okay.
Oh, I got interrupted. And again. These archers. Cape's gonna pop soon. We're going in.
Sure.
Okay, you know more about the inside than I do, because I almost never go on the inside. Just because you can't be mounted in here. I'm kind of wondering what you're using for boots. What is this? What is that middle ability? Did you know the chest was going to be here?
Yes.
How? I didn't see it on the map.
It was. Yeah, it was on the map for me.
How do you do your map? Do you zoom in your mini map, or how do you do it?
I have it zoomed in, yeah.
How do you leave it zoomed in?
It's in your settings. So if you just click on the sprocket, go to game settings, and go
And
to graphics, I think, or is it interface? Go to then regional and mini map is the setting you want. My travel mode map, I have my default zoom at 40% in the city and then 25% in open. So it automatically stays zoomed in.
open world, you have it at what? 20%?
25%. And so
Ah,
I see chess. Yeah, I see chess, but I don't
like
see the
that.
whole map though. I press to see the whole map if I want to, but then that way it lets me see the chess.
Perfect. Exactly what I wanted.
There's another chest here, yeah.
Yeah, I can see the chest now too.
And a boss. Let's skip the chest, go straight to the boss.
Go on. Worth more fame.
Yeah, see they show up on the mini map like this one.
Yeah. That's what I've been wanting to do. I always hated every time I switched to a new zone, I had to re-click the button, so I just stopped doing it. But now that's so much better. It's a boss and a chest. I'm going for it. The other guy's here. Start doing damage on the boss now. I'm just gonna focus, do as much as I can on him. He's trying to out-damage us. He's trying to out-damage us. We got it. Chest should be ours. There's another chest back there. We're gonna try to go for it?
Oh, we gotta loot this chest first.
Why
Because it'll
not?
be open after 2 minutes. He can loot it. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Go, 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 go. Don't wait for me. See if we can out-damage him now. I don't think we can if he's already been on it.
No, he wasn't here.
He wasn't here? You didn't go for it?
He knew we'd get out damage.
Alright, I need to figure out what ability are you doing to run all this fast? What is this? Elder Sandals Boots?
It's just a refresh, energetic sprint. It gives me mana. It's how I get it.
Okay, makes sense why you're spamming it then. I don't have mana issues currently. But I move slower. I'm following you because you know the inside better than I do.
Oh, okay. Let's go get our extra 5%.
You mean one more zone away?
There's an exit that will get extra 5%.
Oh, if we go down one more zone, you get an extra 5%.
No. It's not down one more zone. I'll show you. There's an exit in Penteric, and it'll give us an extra 5% because it'll key our exit to that exit.
I don't think I know what you mean, but I guess you'll show me.
Let me show you. Follow me. I'll show you. Okay, we'll do a lot of skipping. Do you have an invisibility?
Yes, I have boots.
Okay.
Do I need to wear them?
Yeah, just run over here. And then I'm gonna invis right here, yeah. And then
As long as you don't attack anything, you can walk through it even if you have aggro. You don't have to invis.
I still use my Q on the attack because it makes me run faster with the sword. So yeah, see, I'll show you here. Oh, there's a chest. Let's grab that chest really quick.
Well, now with that little trick that you showed me on this, you can see the chest way faster.
Yeah, this is how I run it.
Do I need to wear my invis boots?
Yes. But not yet. Until we clear this chest. Let's go. I'm just clearing a safe retreat here, and then we're just gonna get. So if we get in trouble, we can retreat this way.
Cape are you wearing? Are you wearing a Thetford cape? I thought about getting one of those. Maybe I should wear a Thetford cape too.
Oh, you gotta be careful though. It's not as safe as an undead cape.
Well, I know, but if I'm with you, I might as well wear damage.
It takes a while to get used to too. When I wear undead, sometimes I forget that I don't have an undead, and instead of saving my life, I die. So you should practice it. I would recommend.
Well, I have a lower level undead Thetford cape, and I was practicing it. But I know exactly what you mean. We can handle bigger groups as both of us here. Silence. I remember these bats. They always silence us.
Yeah. So when I come in here, I usually come this way first. And do you have the invis? Do you have the invis?
Okay, I'll put the boots on now.
So I run past all of this. I run straight to the exit.
Okay.
So see how your faction is giving yourself a level 1 bonus 5%. If
Yeah,
we go Albion exit,
that's what I meant. Is we going over one more zone,
that's right. But then we just go right back in, and we'll have a now 10%.
and it stays.
It stays key, but when we we A out to this exit. So, but now if you look at the faction, it's 10%, right? So we got an extra doing the same.
Oh, okay. So that's why you ran all the way over here just to go in and out, and now we have an extra.
And now we have extra 5
10%.
to kill all these guys.
Okay, so
yeah.
for people that are just joining, the main reason why we're even doing this, come over here, activities. It's invade the enemy strongholds, 50% more fame on static open world dungeons. So we get 15% from that, plus we have another 10% for faction flagging, plus we have premium. So the whole reason why we're even in here in the first place, even more, so we normally do this anyways, but we're even in here more because for a whole 2 days and 5 hours, invade the enemy strongholds, 50% more fame on static open world dungeons, which is exactly what this is. So it's a lot more fame for doing this. And then the main reason we ran all the way out and back in, so we get the level 2 bonus, so we have an extra 10%. So if anyone's wondering why we even just did what we just did, because I didn't understand it until Dalal just explained it to me. We ran through the whole dungeon just to go in. Now that we're back in the dungeon, we're
Now
queued
we
for.
can kill things, yeah.
Yeah, now we can go in here with an extra 5% extra bonus. That's why we ran through the whole. We didn't run through the whole dungeon. We killed most of the things through the dungeon, but at this point we just ran to it. So, my only issue now is I'm already carrying almost full loot. I'm gonna start dumping this tier 2 stuff.
Oh, if you're almost full, then we should go back to the other exit.
Yeah, I'm gonna start dumping tier 2. No, it's okay. I'm dumping tier 2 stuff. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's because we looted so many chests.
We did.
I don't even know how many chests we got. At least 3 or 4 chests just coming in.
We can go out the other way. You know, the north, northwest.
Yeah, but then this still has to go to Fort Sterling. How close are we to Fort Sterling if we go northwest?
I'll show you here. Just follow me.
You know this inside way more than me. I almost never come in here. But now that you've shown me this little trick, I'm tempted to do this more often. But I'm already lost.
I usually run straight to that exit. It allows me to check all these chests along the way. And I do exactly that. Let's check. If they're there, and then I run back because it gives me more chance to check chests. Now we go out this northwest way here, back to Fort Sterling, and see if this side has chests.
Okay, so for those that are watching, the main reason he's running this route instead of going the same way we just came back is he's double checking all the chest loot spawns for where he's at. So we literally went here, we went all the way around this way like this, and we came around and we came to this one, and we ended out, and now we're circling back this other way, completely different way, and coming back, checking the chest spawns this way. So it's kind of a routine that he does to hit all the chests. And then he also showed me in the beginning of this one, that's that same guy that we took all his chests from. So it's a pattern to check all the chests. And then he showed me this little trick to make the minimap bigger all the time in the settings, which helps us be able to locate chests. Because normally I have to come over here and you have to click the little button to zoom in, but there's a settings that allows it always to be zoomed in. So very helpful.
Yeah, by default. Yeah.
By default. Which is something I wanted in the first place.
Especially if you're familiar with this map and you don't need it zoomed all the way out all the time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go unload in Fort Sterling.
Awesome. Then we can do another circle on the outside. Show the new people
we
that are
can circle the
joined.
outside. That's right. We'll check all the chests and
I'll check how much fame I've gotten so far. I think we're already at 200,000. 200,000 some odd. Combat credit fame. There's a whole group coming in. This is normally group content with 5 people. We're just doing it.
So with the zoom in, if you stand here mounted, you can see if the middle spawned, and I usually check before I leave.
Okay.
So the middle hasn't spawned if you stand over here.
Well, if you're stay mounted, obviously I wasn't mounted.
Yeah, if you're mounted, you won't go back.
Hello, Ozcan Kemper Oz. Welcome. Welcome to my stream. Is this your first time you're here? This is the first time I've seen you chatting.
There's a boss on this tower here.
If this is one of your first times seeing me, or maybe it's just the first time you're chatting, well, nice to have you here. Are you familiar with Albion Online? Or you need any information, questions? What weapon you play, what armor do you play? This is a boss. The music is someone here is do boss. Awesome. Do you play on West or East server? Oscar Camper. Is it pronounced Oz or is it pronounced as? Or Oz? What content is this? This is Albion Online. East. What we're doing here, we're doing static dungeons. So for those that are just joining in now, we came over here and you check the activities. So over here in the activity section in Albion Online, you can see there's daily events. This is running for 2 days and 5 hours on the West server. It is evade the enemy strongholds, 15% more fame in static open world dungeons and world boss strongholds. So the main reason why you're here was we're getting 15% more fame. We're also faction flags, so we also get another extra 5% fame, silver, and loot. And we also have premium, so we get bonus from that too as well. Now this is normally a 5-person static dungeon, tier 4 for 5-person static dungeon. We're just doing it with just 2 of us. Now both of us can come in here and we can solo, but because me and my brother are on, and we normally play on different time zones, and it's actually really late for me, but really early for him. Normally we come and do this anyways, but because there's this extra incentive to do 15% more fame in static open world dungeons and bosses, we're kind of just hitting it a little bit harder. And so that's what this content is we're showcasing static dungeons in Marble Gorge, which is just 1 zone away from Fort Sterling, and we're showing tips and tricks of what you can do in the static dungeons. Like if you just joined us, we actually went through, we cleared the whole area, went into the dungeon, went all the way through to the other end, went outside, got tier 2 faction flag bonus, so we get 10% extra bonus, then we walked back inside and we used the whole extra 10% to clear it, and we walked a certain pattern on the inside to check all the chest loot spawns. So what we're gonna do now is, since we're both kind of full on loot, is we're gonna run back to Fort Sterling, sell all this loot, then come back here and we'll show you it again, the rotation, to check all the boss spawns as well as check all the chest spawns. So the content that we're showing here, I guess you could say, is me and my brother showcasing all the chest and boss spawns that we know of in a nice rotation. Okay? So hopefully that explains it for those that are joining or watching now. Alright, here we go. Let's go sell all this loot. And then the other thing that I'm doing personally is over here, I'm checking exactly how much Comet Fame loot we're getting for the time spent to go do it. Semi-new to Albion, I haven't did too many statics. Well, welcome, Rusty Banjo. Static dungeons, I'm gonna say me and my brother are pretty, at least Mauer Gorge and Pen Uchaf. I'm very familiar with the outside of static dungeon. Like I can do it nearly with my eyes closed. That's how well I know it. And that's just a figure of speech anyways. Are you excited for the new content patch? I'm gonna say that I don't know about it, but I'm sure Delau knows about the new content patch. What's coming out of the new content patch? And if you spoke, all I heard was my feedback from myself because I guess you're not wearing headsets.
The new content is gonna be great. There's a new weapon line, right, with the tracking, and eventually they'll come out with legendary crafted items that you can level up. Yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Legendary crafted items. I'm pretty sure somebody even asked me about that in one of the last streams. And what I should have did was did my own research and actually research what was coming out. When does this patch come out?
It comes out in October. I'm not sure when in October.
I see. I guess I better actually familiarize myself, especially if we're gonna live stream this game. Let's see. Rusty Banjo said, but sadly solo for Yellow Zone. I don't know, the mist stuff seems to be best for silver. Everyone keeps saying this mist, and I've gone into the mists, but I'm pretty sure they're probably mentioning mist dungeons. So I'm one of those players that was a founder of Albion Online, right? Back in 2017. I played for a couple of years, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 years, and then I quit for a very long time, and now I'm coming back. However, Delau here, my brother, he's been playing since the game was released, and he's got 716 million total fame, right? So a long time player, and he's still playing even today. For me, I am, if I check my stats, I only got 146 million total fame. So I'm near times 7 less experienced than him. Now granted, 107, what was this at? 146 million total fame is still a decent amount. But if I'm comparing myself to Delau, he is, I'm gonna, honestly, my own opinion, he's got far more experience than I do. Plus, I don't keep updates on patches or anything. I literally only just came back to this game. Let's see, 12 days of premium. So I bought 30 days of premium with 20 million with silver. And so I've been here for 18 days so far, back. And I've been streaming every day. And a lot of my content, if you're just new to these streams now, goes over explaining different things or different areas or how to solo or how to be as a new player to get more familiarized with Albion Online. So a lot of it is to do with being helpful to new players, because what if you've seen other people's Albion content or you look it on YouTube, they'll explain to you, do black zones, do mist or whatever. Mine is how to play it safe in the safer areas and more for new players to learn and be comfortable with the game before they go full PvP or go black zones or red zones. And that's the kind of content that I like to do. Now often people leave me comments or tell me to go to the black zone or do those things because they see how I play and what I do. And I also do a lot of PvP in the yellow and blue zones for faction warfare and other things. So if you watch any of my other content or any of my other videos, you'll see a lot of that and you'll see how my build actually works. But a lot of times it's me trying to explain how to do things with my certain build to solo and do things by yourself. Because Albion Online, as much as it's great, as you can see right here I'm playing with my brother, he's on a different time zone. I can't always play with him. Sometimes you gotta learn to play the game by yourself. So I do what's enjoyable to play by myself. Like Black Zone and stuff like that, if you're a new player and you rush to the Black Zone by yourself, I would honestly say expect to probably lose all your gear and get really frustrated with the game, and you'll probably quit. So I don't recommend the Black Zone to new players. I don't even recommend the Black Zone to medium and advanced players because it's all about what you enjoy in the game. I still showcase how to get there. I showcase how to do that in my content, but I don't find it enjoyable for myself. Let me put it that way. Not as enjoyable.
There's a way to enjoy.
There's a what?
There's a what?
And it's more enjoyable if you're with other people who do it because
Yeah, I meant for solo. Like if you're doing the black zone with other people, it's very enjoyable.
I mean, if
What
you
are
want to
good
do
money
solo
makers?
PvP, you do like you do something else. Like
Good money makers. This is a question. So Oz Camper Oz asks, "What are good money makers you recommend?" It really depends on what stage you are in the game. So if you're just beginning out, all your skills are all low level, like you don't have high level in anything, the best thing to do is to level up your skills and start going from there. The first goal I would recommend doing if you're at that stage is get to a point where you can become faction flag. So if you come over to this little scroll, you come over to faction warfare, get to a point where you can actually flag and be faction flagged. And what I mean by that is you literally have to come over here, and I'm pretty sure it is Master Venture. Is it Master Venture before you can become faction flag?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember. It's been a long time. You have to have leveled up, so you have to get to a point. I think it might even just be only 9,000. Somewhere around here, Journeyman or something, or maybe it's even here, Expert Adventurer. I think it's Expert Adventurer. Once you become an Expert Adventurer, you can faction flag. And once you can faction flag, to make money, go zones away. And what I mean by zones away is you faction flag first, right? And for me, example, I am Fort Sterling. And you go at least 3 zones away. So if you go 1 zone away, this is 5% extra more fame, silver, and everything. If you go this zone right here, it's then 10%. You go 3 zones away, it's 15% more fame, silver, and everything. So you come here and you just kill mobs. And if this is too crowded, just go 4 zones away. The 4th zone, you still have the 15% in whatever direction you decide to go, and just stay faction flag. Now people are like, oh, I don't want to get PvP'd. The thing about faction flagging is as long as you stay within a blue zone and a yellow zone, don't go into red zones. Blue and yellow zones, if you get PvP'd and down, the only thing you lose is 10% durability on everything you're holding. Now normally if you're only tier 5, by the time you get faction flag, right, you're wearing tier 5 gear, the cost is not that expensive for 10%, where you get 15% more bonus and everything. That's recommendation number one for brand new players, right? Work to be able to get to a point where you can faction flag. Now the second bonus to this as well is you get these points, faction points. These faction points allows you to buy faction chests. The faction chests have materials in them and other things that you can sell on the market for extra money, as well as books to help you level up faster. I have a bunch of videos that cover that and explain that. Now the other question that could be asked here as well is, well, which faction should I choose to faction flag? So every server is a little bit different. So if you come over here and you open up this faction warfare, and you click this 3 gear thing, and you see this details button, you click this details button. You'll notice right here, point gain, depending on where it is on your server. Now for right now, Thetford and Martlock give pretty huge point gain. Now Fort Sterling was the highest point gain when I joined it, and I showed it in a few days ago. There's a few videos where my point gain percent for faction points was much higher. So something to think about, right? Anyways, those are just some of the basics. So well in play, but I don't know the ins and outs of. Okay, Rusty Banjo, thank you for commenting. Okay, I'm tier 7 gear so far. Well, I'm plate, but I just don't know the ins and outs. Mainly minor, but very little Albion roads. And been doing myths. Main city for me is Fort Sterling. Okay. Well, if you're tier 7 and you're a miner, you're well off into more of the middle tier of the game. So mining and harvesting wood or harvesting I can't think, skinning, wood, harvesting plants, or materials for cloth and stuff like that, that is definitely a good way to make money. In fact, that is the quicker, more advanced ways to make money, is just sit there and mine, right? But some people can get bored of that. Yeah. If you're in tier 7 gear, you can look to find groups and do group dungeons, right? That's the next phase up, where you're grouping with other people and doing group dungeons out in the world while still staying faction flagged. Definitely capture faction outposts. So if you're queued for Fort Sterling, and I don't know if you're on East or West server, you'll notice that Thetford right here constantly comes over here and climbs its way all the way to Pen Uchaf. What you should do is you wait for it as it climbs over this way. You see these yellow stars that people don't ever pay any attention to? This means how many faction points you gain for recapturing something back. So if Thetford makes its way all the way over here to Pengent, yeah, faction warfare is extremely valuable. Here, let me show you just how valuable it is, okay?
Boss
See
in the
this-
middle, dude. Boss in the middle.
Oh, let's go to the boss real quick. And what we're doing right now is also tier 7 content. So what you're watching us do right here is a way to make money. You see this chest right here? In tier 7 gear, if you can come over here and practice, you can solo this boss. I can solo this boss easy. Now I'm just playing with my brother because he's on. But normally I would do this all by myself. I would come over here, run to the middle like this, by myself in tier 7 gear, dismount, have a set where I come over here and just beat the boss, and then we open the chest, right? And you literally, the total contents is 94,000 in silver. Now the silver is not what really matters. What really matters when you kill this boss is you come over here and you check your combat, is how much combat fame he actually gave you. Now he gave me 50,000 combat fame. If I sold him, this would have been 100,000 combat fame just for me alone, which I do all the time. That's what's worth it. Not the silver, the combat fame. Combat fame is worth far more than any silver you could ever make. So, yeah, tier 7 content, definitely do faction warfare. Now the other thing about faction flagging, like I'm showing, because you're saying you've never... the yellow stars here. Let me explain those yellow stars, because it's so important. People, I'm so surprised that nobody... I don't even think my other brother noticed it till I explained it. Okay? So you come over here and you look at these stars, right? See these stars and see these bars? We've held this and see this little bar that's growing. When it goes away, then the second star goes on. When it goes on another way, that's a third star. That's the value of how many faction points you get for capturing this area. So if you notice in Fort Sterling, depending what server you're on again, Thetford will slowly make its way over here, this way. And then as long as there's at least one star there, you want to help your team, and or if you learn to solo it. So in my videos and my contents, you'll notice, and I show how to solo these outposts. It is not easy. Expect to die a couple times if you try it by yourself, but eventually you can get there. If you can solo cap these outposts and then have people come join you, the rewards are huge because you get faction points, right? Now these faction points, you can come, and I'm going to run back to Fort Sterling real quick just to show you what's in these faction chests and why they're just so valuable, right? This is silver that people don't think of. That's silver you can make at mid-tier level, that you can make right now, right? You're in tier 7 gear, and faction warfare is something anybody can do once they can faction flag. And then once you faction flag, you can get faction chests and start really actually making more silver than whatever you're doing. Very likely. Unless you're making hundreds of thousands of silver. I'm not going to go in the millions right now. I'm just going to say hundreds of thousands of silver in a couple hours. Then faction warfare is going to be the fastest way for you to make the hundreds of thousands in a couple hours. Right? For me, I go for the millions every couple hours. But my goal is different because I solo a lot of content. Anyways, you come over here, and I'm already flagged. And once you have faction points, you can come over here, and you can buy these chests for 9,000. So I can buy 5 of these chests. right? Now, before I buy, I'm going to buy the 5 of the chest, but I'm going to show you what's inside them. Let me sell off all this other thing and show you the total value of what's in 5 of these chests.
I have lots to trade.
Come over and sell all this other stuff. And I do sell orders because I'm in no rush to make money. Okay, sell those off. Eat this bags of gold, the silver. Okay. So you look at the estimated values right down here. 563k. I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna open all 3 of these. All 5 of them. Sorry. I opened all 5 of so 563. That's almost 500,000. Right? You eat the bags of silver right here. Right? Now, what's really most valuable with opening these chests are these books right here. The extra silver that you make from that 500,000 is really
Honest pricing.
just icing on the cake, honestly. You come over here and you sell all this other stuff off. I'm just gonna sell it straight for silver, right? And it's an extra. It's near an extra 500,000 estimate. Now I could sell them for money ores, make a tiny bit more, but if you just sell it all straight for cash, right? Extra 500,000. You sell these things right here. That's 126,000 right there, and or I could sell it for this 129,000. Pennies on the mark. Sell it straight for silver. Get the silver right away, right? Now again, in the faction, just those 5 chests alone, this is what really matters to me, these books. Now for me personally, I save these books, but I'm going to show you why these books are so valuable. Now you get higher level books depending on what your status is for faction warfare. So me, I'm already rank over here. I'm already rank paladin. Now when you start off, you're going to be all the way down here. So if you buy a faction warfare chest down here when you're only mercenary recruit, your rewards are going to be a lot less, right? So you might want to start saving up and getting higher rank so you can get bigger rewards. Now normally the silver is going to be the same, but your books are going to be a little bit on the lower end. But with the books is what you do is you come over here. Now this is one of my islands. And I have a whole bunch of different gear. Now, let's say, for example, what type of weapon do you use, Rusty Banjo? Like, do you use mace? Do you use hammer? Are you like curse staff or anything like that, right? Or you can say, it doesn't even matter if you tell me what you are using, but let's just give an example, right? Mace, hammer, perfect. Okay? You come over here in a mace and hammer. Now, what a lot of people don't understand, and I know I explained this in another one of my videos, but you're here and you're asking this question, so I want to explain it. You see each category, take mace for category. These bottom 3 categories right here. If you see right here, there's a 0.2% bonus iron power for all maces for the first 3. All the other maces, you see this one right here, only give 0.01. What this means is every 5 levels equals 1 item power for all these. And this right here, every 10 levels equal 1 item power for all your maces. Now the reason why this is important and why you see some people super powerful is you come look at me right here. I'm a nature staff wielder. I have my top 3 categories at level 100. I also have all these other categories as well, almost at 100. But this increases my item power significantly, right? This right here, 20 extra item power. This right here, another 20 extra item power. This right here, 10 extra item power. So the main reason why I'm stronger is because I didn't just level one weapon, I leveled them all. Okay? So, now does that make sense, right? I'm glad this is finally clicking for you. So you see right here, 0.02. So for maces, let me show you an example for maces. So over here I have a box, right? In this box I have all the different maces. So I'm going to show you an example. So for the books, you wear a mace, right? And then whatever you plan to wear, you heard you were using plate. For me, I'm not going to level up plate. I actually want to level up my leather gear. So over here, I'm gonna I have my whole set, my other chest just for what I want to level up. I'm gonna wear a shield, and I'm gonna wear a set of leather. Okay, the ones I want to level up. You come over here and you eat one book. And you come over here and you look at the mace, and now this is already level 6. So every 5 levels, 1 item point. You want to get this to level 100, that's 20 extra item power. Correct. Okay? This is why books are so important. You don't use books for your main weapon. You use books for the stuff you're not ever going to use. I explain this again and again in many of my content. So if you're watching this first time you see my content, right? This is the kind of content I produce. So if you're wondering, I have tons of streams, of tons of videos I stream every day so far. I don't just teach this stuff. I teach a lot of things with Albion Online, but this is just the example. Okay? Make sense? This is how people are strong in Albion Online. Yes, a lot of people don't understand that. So when you watch people or you see people that, oh, they're axe wielder, right? They didn't just level 1 axe. If you watch those people that are really good, they've leveled all the axes. Okay? And it's very important to level all the axes because every 5 points equals 1 extra item point in whatever you're leveling. Make sense? Now, I'm not going to level mace because I'm not a mace wielder and I don't specialize that, but I specialize in nature staff. Now that I taught you that, let's teach you something. The next level events. You ready for the next level events? Here's teaching the next level events. I'm glad people are here watching so I can see it. After you get your item to level 100, whatever it is, so my nature staff's level 100, you then start accrediting combat frame. Okay? See the combat fame? You then can take this combat fame and you can click this little button here. You see this is actually a button. You can click it. You can then click this button here and it will cost me a total of 12,000 combat fame to go to level 85. I'm going to do that now. Giving me a warning, such and such. I'm going to waste 12,251 combat fame. Sure, it's now level 85. Let's say I want to go all the way to level 100. I can do that right here. It will cost me 6,336,000. I have 20 million right now. I hit confirm. This will now be level 100. Now, I wouldn't spend my combat fame to do something like that. Instead, since you're a mace wielder, let me show you and give you this example. Okay? How do you use a combat fame once you finally have a category to 100? You start accrediting combat fame. Come over here. Right? Now, for me, since I don't want to mace, you can also do the opposite. You can come in here and do a minus, and I can bring it back to level 1. It will cost me 127,000 silver, but I'll get 127 combat fame back in my pool that I can use, so I can respec my guy. But in this case, for your scenario, if you want to level up your mace, I would come over here and literally take it to at least level 50. Level 50 equals what? 10 extra item power for all your maces for the first 3 categories. Now, you see this right here? You see how it's locked? You have to have at least level 1. So what do I do with books? You see the heavy mace combat specialist? All I got to do is find heavy combat, heavy mace, wear the heavy mace, come over here, read 1 book. It's now unlocked. Come over here. After the mace is now unlocked, see it's unlocked. I can now come over here and change this to level 50. If I wanted to. And boom, I spent 3 million. It's now level 50. I got an extra 10 item power for all my maces. Yeah. So even if you're Oathbringer, right? Mace. So if you come over here and you're Oath Keepers. You see Oath Keepers? Yeah. Is that making sense? Perfect. I'm glad this makes sense to you. So your first 3 categories. Hey, legendary gamers. Your first 3 categories are highly important. Every single one. This doesn't just include maces. I'm doing better, legendary keepers. I'm doing more talking than I should today because my throat's already all messed up. But some people started asking me some really good questions, and I figured I'd show them. This is the type of content I make because they asked and they're new. The same thing applies to shoes, the first three categories you see, the point 2. Same thing applies to armor. This is why you always see, if you look at my videos or you're looking at it, these are the first things I level to level 100. That's 20 extra item power to everything else. So even though I always wear the Helion jacket, I level up these because this is 20, 40, 60 extra item power. That's huge. Huge extra defense. Now these ones are not as much, right? This is only 10 for level 100. So I don't focus on these because you have to have every 10 levels is only 1 item power. And same thing for leather hoods. Same thing for everything. So the 3 base skills are very important to level up. Do not ignore them. Even if you never plan to use them, they need to be leveled up. Yes, right? So even if 120, but see, even right here, right? Let's say, for example, I come over here and I wanted to go to just one extra level. This only equals 2 item power. And the cost, look how much it cost me to go from level 113 to level 114. To go to level 113, and I'm not even 120 yet because I'm purposely holding off because I want to level all the other stats, all the other ones to 100. Think about it. 2 item power right here cost me 1 million in silver and 3 million in comet fame. If I spent 3 million in comet fame, right? Think about this, okay? 3 million in comet fame. What can 3 million comet fame take a level 1 heavy mace? Here, I'll show you what 3 million comet fame can get you. 3 million in comet fame equals roughly level 50. What does level 50 in this mean? 10 extra item power. Does the math make sense to you there, Rusty Banjo? So if you haven't leveled up your other 3, 1 level in that gives you 2 item power, or 50 levels in this gives you 10 extra item power. I think the math speaks for itself. Now, granted, if you're super rich and whatnot, but so it's not quicker to get your main weapon to 120 if you have your other ones if you don't have your base 3 skills to level 100 yet. So that's why the rush to level 120 is going to take you forever, right? You remember you have 2 levels, right? If I go to level 2 and get to 115, this is only 4 item power. This is not even worth it. This is 6,900,000. This is almost 700 million in combat fame, for 4 item power. I could spend this much and I can get 20 item power if I haven't leveled up the other ones. Level up 2 of them to level 50. Anyways, hopefully that explains it all. I'm not going to eat more books. I'm going to put my gear back on. That's how you see people level up and become powerful. You don't just focus on one thing. Focus on many things. I'm going to put my shield back where it's supposed to go. Cool. Awesome. I'm glad I was able to explain that.
Where you headed? Aboard!
And then I'm going to go save my books so that I can create another video some other time and teach some more people exactly how this all works. Oh, I forgot to thank you for spotting that. I will go back and get them. Yeah, don't do that. Okay. Next thing, you see this auto learn or auto respec? Do not click them unless you know what that means. Okay, now I have auto learn on specifically to use my books. I'm glad that Judicator is kind of bringing that up. I only use these books now for these skills. Because you see here, there's no clicking to use my Comet Fame. You can only use these books, these learning things through premium, on things like this. Now I don't want to learn that one. The next thing I want to do is obviously I want to unlock this one. So I click auto learn right here. Auto learn is on here and I have auto learn here. So as soon as this reaches the 20% mark, I'll auto learn master fiber harvesting without having to worry about how many books I use. It's going to use a whole 234 books, but that's okay. That's worth it for the amount of time I have to spend harvesting to get to the next level. Yes. Now same thing for right here. Auto learns right here. Now you still have to remember auto learn, right? So for example, I just got my lumberjack skill, right? I just got this. This was on. As soon as I got this learned, I uncheck this one, I go down to the next tier, and I check this on. When this becomes the next tier and this levels up, I uncheck this one, and I go to the next tier and turn this one on. See, I can't even turn it on because it's not there. Use your books for the next tier harvesting and literally have auto learn on so that it just learns it as soon as it happens. Because harvesting stuff is so ridiculously long. If you're going to spend your books, use it for the harvesting section. Now, if you're in a hurry and you want to level up your combat stuff, you could level up your main weapon. I don't recommend using your books for that unless you really have a lot of them. Wherever I put my boots. There they are.
Looking for safe passage?
Why do you have a hollow fall in your inventory? Oh, because I was leveling it up. So I have one of these because I was
Sure.
in a lot of my streams, people were like, you need to go holy staff and do holy staff for PvP arena. So I was like, okay, what do people... I was watching what the enemy team was using in some crystal arenas. I was like, okay, well, this one looks pretty neat. So I bought the hollow fall. And anytime I'm out in the world by myself and there's mobs, I simply switch to it and defeat some easy mobs. So what I normally do is I would take that hollow fall, right? I purposely have it in my inventory because I was leveling up because it's not my main. And anytime I'm out, say for example, out here and I'm 3 zones away, you remember if you faction flag and you're 3 zones away, so over here this is 5% extra fame bonus is faction flag because it's level 1, level 2 is 10%, level 3 is 15%. If I'm out here by myself and I see random mobs that are high worth of fame, I have the hollow fall equipped and I defeat those mobs and I get the fame. So that's why it's in my inventory. And Legendary Gamers definitely has the points about Black Zone. I know everyone keeps recommending the Black Zone. You won't hear me recommend the Black Zone for me for new players and that type of content. And did I just shift my whole window over? I did on accident, sorry. Let's fix that for that. Sorry about that. I don't recommend Black Zone because it's high stress. I know he's saying go down to tier 4.1 gear, go to Black Zone. Yes, the reward is huge. But if you're spending the time running around trying to find mobs or running away from other players, or say for example you die, as a new player or even as an advanced player, for example Rusty Banjo, you're in tier 7, the reward can be high, but the stress is also high. If somebody comes and PvPs you and takes all your stuff, are you still going to like the game? You can tell yourself mentally in your head that you'll still like the game, but I'm going to be honest with you, most normal people, if you die and lose all your stuff, regardless of what stage you are, you're most likely thinking of quitting the game. And me, I just don't recommend that. That's not my type of fun. And will you die in the Black Zone? I guarantee it. Yeah. And see, you're a more advanced player, Rusty Banjo. So you've experienced, you've gone out to the Black Zone. But if you hang out in the Black Zone for long, I have to admit, expect to die at least a couple times. And if you can't handle that, then don't go to the Black Zone. That's just my 2 cents on that. It's definitely rewarding. You can definitely make more money. You can definitely make more XP and everything. But it's all about what you enjoy doing and how much time you have to do it, right? Those people recommending going to Black Zone, they normally have hours and hours of play time and their experience, and they know what they're doing. If you're new to the game and you're only been playing for under 20 hours and you go straight to the black zone, expect to die and expect to lose at everything. And if that's fun for you, then go right ahead. But if you have less than 40 or 20 hours of game time, I don't recommend the black zone by yourself. Go in with friends that know what they're doing, and then it will be enjoyable. Yeah, see? Expect to get ganked and lose everything. And as long as you have the mental stability to be like, okay, I can handle that, and go back in again, then the black zone's for you. Yeah. And for me, I can go into the black zone and I can enjoy it, but I don't want to showcase that as my first streams of people, because I'm getting a lot of new players. And I don't want to showcase, oh yeah, this is the only thing you can do, go in the black zone. I want to showcase all the things you can do that's enjoyable for the game before you get to the end game content of the black zone. That's my opinion on it, right? Black zone is more of end game content, in my opinion, where you have the money to buy several sets, to go in and lose several sets, and you're okay with losing all that. But if you go into the black zone and you go in with your main set and your tier 5 set, tier 6, or whatever it is, you're wearing tier 4.1, you just got it, and that's your only set, and you know that's all you can afford, and you lose it, I guarantee you're going to rage quit the game. And that's why I think that's why Albion Online actually gets a lot of hate. Because you have all these content creators, YouTube or people online saying, "Oh, go to black zone, go to red zone, do this, do blah blah." It's the same thing as telling somebody with low credit score to go buy a house. Yeah, go buy a house. And in 3 years you're going to lose the house and lose everything with it, and you lose all your money. If you have a low credit score, there's a reason why you have a low credit score. Fix your low credit score first, and then you can go do whatever you want. Which is kind of the same thing, but people probably still don't understand that concept. I know I'm referencing to money, so I probably shouldn't do that. But yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I could probably switch to Holofall in here and do that. But there's the more advanced thing. So remember how I was showing this? I don't know when you joined Legendary Gamers. Right here, you see my Comet Fame? If I really wanted to level my Holofall really quickly, I can just come over here and click this right here. And I could just spend 6 million in fame and get it to level 100 right now. Or however much it is. 13 million in fame. I could just come over here and I could level to 100 right now if I really wanted to. I'm just using the weapon I like. Which is what I specialize in. Which is this one right here. I'm not in any rush. Because even though I level the Holofall to 100, even if I wanted to, I'm not even close to specialize in all the other. Like, I still have to level this, right? This is extra 20 item power, 20 item power, 20 item power. I need to get all these to level 100. So in turn, I actually should come over here and take this to level 50. It's a lot cheaper to take this to level 50 than level that all the way to 100. And that's just 3 million. Yeah, you can join. Are you on the West server? You can come join. Anybody watching my stream is welcome to come join me. Okay. What's your character name? In game. I don't have any roast pork going right now. Let me eat some roast pork. Dalal's over here doing... You don't even have any food. Are you eating any food, Dalal?
No, I'm not eating any food.
Are you trying to save money? You want a roast pork?
No, I'm okay.
All right. Yeah, what is your name, Legendary Gamer? Legendary Games asking if you can come join. I'm like, sure.
We're just going at a slow pace. You know, you're helping people.
I don't
so-
mind. You can come join. You can come leech fame. If you're watching my stream, you're welcome to do that. That's actually what I offer many people that come watch my streams. I'd come power level you is doing exactly what I'm doing here. Yeah.
Here, I'll make you leader.
Cool, cool. I can't guarantee how much longer I'll be playing, but I'm playing now. And as long as I'm streaming, you are welcome to come join me. I'll need to know your name, and or you'll need to send me an invite or friend request or something. Legendary Gamers. Choppy Woppy? Alright. Legendary Gamer's name is Choppy Woppy. Choppy. Sorry, it's late at night right here and I'm typing slow and it's been a long Friday, so. Did I type it wrong? Too many P's. I put too many P's for Woppy. Choppy Woppy. Choppy Woppy. There we go. I guess I gotta go back to Fort Sterling. Are you by Fort Sterling?
You can just press A.
Oh. This is why you go down here. I always forget you can just hit the A button and go right out. No, it's a good name. I don't know laughing at Choppy. I think Choppy Woppy's a great name. It doesn't look like you're on, and or you got accepted. You're in Limhurst? Yeah, make your way to Fort Sterling. Can you make it by yourself, or do I need to come get you? It's okay. I'm not worried about fame. You know what? I'm gonna come get you. If you're in Limhurst, log into the game, which you are. Okay. Let me actually invite you to our party. So, I invite you. And I'm gonna guess you don't have a mount. Because you're still brand new. Now let me go dump all my stuff off. Let me get to Limhurst. Let me get you a mount so that you can run to Fort Sterling super quick. Let's do that. And yeah, let's do that. Legendary Gamers, do you have Discord? Are you in my Discord channel? It's the easiest way to talk, and or if you want to just type and or talk through here, I'm okay for either or. However you want to do it. Okay, if you're in my Discord channel, and if you're okay with being on this live stream and being heard, then let me join my general voice channel right here. I'm in my own Discord general, and I can explain, and we can hear you from there. What's this mount name? This mount name is a pest lizard. Somebody told me the pest lizard is not on the east server yet because the event hasn't happened. I'm on the west server.
Local goods.
The pest lizard is my favorite mount. I explained that just even in my last video. So if you watch my last live stream this morning, for me, it was talking about farming. I also talk about mounts and why I have the mount and why I'm using it. I'll cover a little bit more later if there is time tonight. It's kind of late for me still. But I do want to get Legendary Gamers, also known as Choppy Woppy in the game, from Limhurst to Fort Sterling so that he or she can help level up.
My pleasure.
Alright, sold all that off. I'm going to run over to my bank. I'm going to dump all my stuff in the bank. I'm going to teleport to Limhurst. We're going to get you a mount. I don't even know if you can wear a mount. Can a level 1 user allow... I don't even know if... Wait, Delal's no longer in this channel. I don't think he's in my Discord. Hold on, let me switch back to the other one. Let me ask him. Delal, can a level 1 player wear a tier 5 Swiftclaw?
I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. Okay, let me unfaction flag here. So you have to unfaction flag because I'm going to teleport to Limhurst. You're on a donkey? Yeah. Oh no, you have to... Okay, so Anime Masters is the only can use a donkey. Do you even have a donkey, Legendary Gamers? Oh, you're already here. Hey, look at that. Okay, perfect. If you're already here. Perfect. What kind of weapon do you want to wear? An armor? Or do you know? Talking in game, I should talk in game. So do a /P, talking party, and say, what weapon do you want to use? And armor. You need Beaver. Well, we'll get Choppy Woppy to that level super quick. Current equipment. Let's wear this. So I understand. Maybe sword? Is there any way to look? Okay, sword, and then what else? Leather armor, cloth armor. You need at least a donkey. Let's get him a donkey.
Welcome.
Donkey. Clearly I don't remember what a donkey's name is. It's a novice mule? Can they wear tier 3? Only novice mule. Can he have... Is there a tier horse? Tier 3 horse? I don't know. We'll buy one anyways. Here. Buy a horse and we'll buy a donkey. We'll buy both. Pennies to me. Okay. And then a sword? I'm guessing you can only wear tier... Are you at tier 2 or tier 1? Choppy Woppy. Wait, I'm pretty sure you can go straight to tier 3. Yeah, we'll do that. You know what? Here, let's just gear him out fully. Okay, so you need at least... What is this? I think you need one of each category. Okay, yep, tier 3. You can wear tier 3. So a sword in that category. Okay, I know what I need. Let's just come over here and armor. You need at least a plate helmet. Oh, let's do boots. I like boots. Armor. What is it? Boots? Soldier boots? Yeah, soldier boots. These are plate boots. Yeah. Boots. Perfect. And then cloth. Was it cloth? What am I thinking of? That's because I did that one. Armor, cloth armor. So I did plate boots. Let's do a leather helmet. Perfect. And let's do cloth armor. There. Now you can unlock all 3 categories. Then you probably need a sword. You probably need a bow. What was the other one you needs? A fire staff? Yeah. Perfect. There you go. That should unlock all 3 categories for you. And then you can just choose whatever you want from there. And then you probably needs a tier 4 something. I don't know what you're going to specialize in. Let's go with that.
Stay honest.
And then we'll figure out what you want to wear. Okay, where's Choppy Woppy? Here you are. Trade. Does not let me trade. Trade. There we go. There you go. And then... I don't know, here. And give him... Give you 10,000 in silver. There you go. Yeah, I'll just give you 100,000 in silver. Why not? Here you go. You receive is below 10% average market value. Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Here you go. Now you can wear all that. You need Reaver to ride mounts. He's a donkey. Did I give you the right boots? I have no idea. I thought I got you a tier 3. Anyways, you have 100,000 silver now. You should be able to buy whatever it is that you want to wear. But that should be able to unlock you all your categories. Now all you gotta do is come out here to the southeast gate and walk out and just stand near us and we can get you leveled up real quick. And whatever 100,000 in silver can buy you, it can buy you a lot. As long as you use it wisely. And then you can just choose whatever you want to, yeah, whatever you want to level. You should be able to unlock all the categories with what I just gave you. And then you just come over here and you just slowly switch to each category and unlock all the categories. And then you can start leveling up. We are literally right outside southeast. If you're still listening to the stream, Legendary Gamers. Come join us. And or if you're on my Discord. No, I don't see anybody in my Discord yet. Perfect. I see Choppy Woppy coming. Over here. Perfect. This way, Choppy Woppy. Now, you most likely don't really want to dismount and engage. Because you risk dying, so... Don't die. That's your main goal right now. Just don't die. Because dying means you lose the XP. Because you're not gaining while we're slaughter everything.
Oh, you're not factions anymore.
Me? Oh, I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
back.
not faction.
I'm not faction flag. That's right, because I was unfactioning for Limhurst. Stay with the Lao. I will be right back. If I faction flag though, I can't hear a little Choppy Woppy, so I won't be able to save him or her. But again, anybody watching this stream or watching this later on, if you're on the US West server, oh, not even hearing me. Faction flag. How do I apply? Is it W? Yeah. You need to faction flag. I'm gonna guess Legendary Gamer's not listening to the stream anymore. That's okay.
Fight for Fort Sterling.
Faction flag. Faction flag. Player's not online. Why can't I whisper choppy woppy? Noise. Why can't I whisper choppy woppy? That's kind of strange to me. It's okay. Figure it out later. Won't let me whisper. Perfect. All right. Let's pull them all. You still here, Delau?
Yeah, what's up?
Perfect. It's okay. Choppy Woppy's still here. I guarantee by the time we go through all this, whatever stats. Let's see, 71,000 fame. Yeah, it's good. Doing good. I think it's, was it 300,000? 300,000, it's either 300,000 or 400,000. You should be able to faction flag, so. One time around the castle. And Choppy Woppy will be able to faction flag. Easy. Don't forget loots. It's free silver. Oh, 150,000? Is it 150,000? 150,000. Am I reading that right? 150,000 Anime Master? Thank you for that information. Because it's been so long, I don't even remember that. I just know at least one time around the castle, for sure be able to. Is Choppy Woppy still up there? Don't die, Choppy Woppy! You need to come closer. Come down here, don't die. This is not safe to stand there. Oh. Well, good thing I can spy on. We'll see what they're doing. So 150,000. So if we come over here and look at this. I could just go over here, cut chick stacks. 87,000 already. Choppy Woppy's on some kind of VPN thing and keep getting disconnected. If it's safer to play on your phone, play on your phone. And you can listen to the stream or some kind of audio and or join me on Discord, which Choppy Woppy's also not on Discord, so I can't talk to them, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, lost connection. This is a bad place to lose connection.
Boss in the middle.
There's a boss in the middle. Well, you're missing out on free gear and free loot. Ta-da! So what do we get? Under 30,000. See, under 30,000. I guessed it. Well, it was about 30,000 estimate, but same thing. Choppy Woppy, where are you? Come back. Can't level you unless you come back. Double check. Yeah, still off. Still offline. What? How come I didn't have aggro? They keep interrupting me. Get all my skills off. I see there are a decent amount of people watching. We're still waiting for Legendary Gamers and Choppy Woppy to come back. Still 2 minutes off. I think they had VPN issues or something. Oh well. How much fame have I gotten so far doing all this? 500,000-ish. Ah, misclick. Should I have brought a Druidic Coil for you?
No, I'm good. Drew Cal helps though, yeah, but you don't need to.
Yeah, that's true. Plus I can tank more and do more damage with double Helion. Mm, 4 minutes offline. I don't think Choppy Woppy's coming back. So for those that are just joining, I know there's a bunch more people that are joining and watching. The main reason why we're here and doing this static dungeon is if you come over here, and I'm going to explain it right after this fight, is that the activity right now is 15% more fame. Arcane BQ, let's clear this all out. This archer's devastating on both sides. Let's go big. So the main reason here, if you come over here and click on this little scroll, right? Come over to activities. Invade enemy strongholds. 50% more fame on static dungeon, open world dungeons, and world boss strongholds.
Big boss here.
So that's why we're coming over here and we're fighting these bosses and everything, because it's 15% more fame. I'm gonna grab it. Oh, it's Archer. Never mind. Archer bosses do a lot of damage. Now, both me and Delau, for those that are just joining, we can solo this content, but we're doing it together because it's just faster, quicker, and it's more fun to play with other people. Normally, I'm streaming and I'm mostly soloing, so I don't normally get to play with my brother because he's in a totally different time zone. So this is why we're doing it. So we get the 15% more fame for it being in a static dungeon, which is what this is. This guy's gonna easily give us 100 million each because he's a red boss. See this big red? Normally, if you solo him, he's worth 200 million. Not 200. I'm sorry, 200,000. There, 133,000. He's worth 200,000 of Comet Fame alone by himself. So we got 133,000. So That's the extra 15% from this, plus the extra 5% for faction flagging because we're one zone away, plus whatever premium bonus we have. So that's the whole reason why we're here. The extra 15%. We normally do this anyways, but there's just more incentive to do it when you can get 15% more fame. And it's a whole 15% more fame for 2 whole days.
That's all weekend, right?
Yeah, that's all weekend. You have to go steady. All right, well, take care, legendary gamers. I highly recommend at least logging in and getting out of the place you are, because you're right here. This is not a safe spot. Log in, and I'll come save you, and then at least get out of the castle. And or log in, go idle, and stand right here. If you stand right here, then we can run around, and I can get you to tier 4, tier 5 stuff easy in like 20 minutes or less. But I know you need to go study, so whatever you need to do, legendary gamers, I just don't recommend staying logged out where you're logged out, because that's not safe. You're gonna log in and you're gonna instantly die. Let me know if you're coming back, and I'll make my way toward you, which we kind of already are doing, but where you got idled out and logged out is not a safe place, legendary gamer. So those that are watching and who I'm talking to, legendary gamers, is commenting. Somebody who was watching my stream, joined the game, gave him bunch of starter gear, starter mounts, helped them out in the game. The offer stands. Anybody on US West server? If you need help, want me to help you get to at least tier 4, tier 5 gear so you can get faction flag, I'm here to help. Offer stands. I can normally do it in like 20-30 minutes. You just come here, we'll just go one time around the castle, and you'll be
The
set.
chest right here.
Screen chest. Oops. Let's set the game. Gonna lurk? What's a gonna lurk mean? Rusty Banjo, what does gonna lurk mean? Stay here watching. You're welcome to come watch my stream anytime. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the content. I'm glad I was able to help explain a few things. That's the whole purpose. Educate users or educate people and a little bit more in the beginning stuff instead of just saying, just go to the black zone or just go to the red zone. That makes very little sense without any explanation. Me, I don't recommend that. not to new players, new and advanced.
Usually, people tell you that because they want to kill you in the black zone because they're watching your
Yeah,
stream,
they just want you to go black zone just so you can lose all your
they're just
gear.
trying to kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't recommend the black zone.
When you stream, yeah, you either do mist or you do something else, right? It's not ideal to stream in the black zone. Yeah, people who are saying that are just trying to snipe you. Stream snipe
Yep.
because they can find your location and kill you. Yeah.
I'm interested. 148, 1438. This zone's crowded. Hey, Penuchef is up. Let's go do one circle around Penuchef. And then faction, and then we can, well, I'm half.
We did the rotation, yeah.
We already
I
did.
don't know,
We already did the whole thing. Let's
you want to go inside a little bit, or you want to just?
let's go sell, then run to Penuchef. Faction clap all those outposts real quick, and then one time around Penuchef. And then I'm gonna say I should be getting off.
Okay, all right. It's very fun playing with you. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. We made a lot of fame, made a lot of silver.
If I'm home tomorrow and you're on, then we can
Very relaxing. They had low risk, right?
low risk. Yep, exactly, and good amount of comet fame. It's almost 1 million. Did we already make almost 1 million?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we almost made 1 million in comet fame. And I spent more than half the stream explaining stuff. Like if we were just focused, we probably can be at 2 million comet fame in like less than an hour.
Don't be shy.
Easy. Let's see how much we can get with just one time around Penuchef. Penuchef is not normally crowded. And even though we got Comet Fan, because we're also faction flagged. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. I was like, why is it only not showing all this stuff? We also get faction points because we're faction flagged for fighting just regular mobs, which can equal more chests and more money and more books. Plus, I get all this
I made
silver.
over 2 million silver without selling. I still have. I just chested. I don't.
A profit?
I sell it later on, but I throw it in the chest and come back up. But I
You-
made over 2 million. doing
You
this,
throw
yeah.
it in the
You
chest
silver.
in your...
I just throw it in the. I sell it later on when because I'm on.
Really?
Yeah, so I just throw it in the chest, and I have like over several million, over 1 million, about over 1 million in loot, and I made 2 million in silver.
So you just put it in your
doing this-
bank?
doing that.
That's what you use your bank for?
I just throw it in the bank for now, and then I sell it later.
That's a good idea. That saves time. And then you can showcase people exactly how much you made.
Yeah, in loot and silver. Yeah.
I like that idea. I'm running to penny chip now. Did you already
So,
go
like
to...
just within this hour, we made 3 million, right? Just doing this. I didn't even spend the faction points though. So just for your viewers to know, like
It is definitely profitable.
because the faction points could probably make another million or 500,000.
This is true. Rusty Banjo. We've got 2 million in the back in gear and like one ore chest, 1 million worth in the bank. He's talking about what we just made just now.
But I've been out here farming while you were explaining things. So I've
Yeah,
been
you
out
were
here.
you were doing
I was
stuff while
soloing.
explaining.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you were
within the
soloing.
I've made over 3 million in silver, and yeah,
Yeah, his bank is empty except for what we made for today. I like that idea. I'm gonna do that too.
yeah. But if I'm in a group, I'll just throw it in the bank. I'm already back in Mongolia. I'm
That's a
checking the bosses.
that's about an hour. I'm going to Penuchov right now.
Oh, you're going to Penucha?
Yeah, I was gonna do one circle around Penuchov. Remember our faction flag? We capture
Oh,
all
okay.
the outposts. So it's about 1 hour.
Let me come back out there.
1 hour, Rusty Banjo. So it's definitely profitable. Doesn't seem like much, but yeah. And the risk is low. Like how Dalal was explaining. Even if somebody would come over here and decide to try to PvP us, they would all they would get is me losing 10% durability. Which is not a big
And they would have to be pretty strong to kill us.
and that is also true. If anybody tried to
Because we
come
would probably end up killing them.
if somebody tried to PK both me and Dalal at the same time while we're here at Pen Uchef or even in the other ones, they would probably cost themselves a bill because us two
They would
together,
probably end up giving us faction, yeah, and giving
yeah.
us.
There's not a lot of people that can. Even with a group of two, I've PvP'd with Dalal before many times in this open world map, and unless you're wearing a full set of tier 8.4 and you're more than one, you're probably still gonna lose, even if you try to gank us. Because we've had people do that many times and attempt to. You'll need a group at least 2 or 3 or more to stand a chance. Alright, you coming? I'll
I
start.
am, yeah. I'm in Pengen.
Okay, I'm gonna start soloing one of these outposts.
Your time is fleeting.
You're welcome, Rusty Banjo.
Yeah, it would be a good fight. Yeah,
I
but
enjoy it.
I wouldn't be afraid to lose anything because we're in the blue zone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. And it'd be a good fight.
What you lose is 10% durability, so if you're really worried, it's 200,000 in silver, basically. But if we've made 3 million in the time, that's a small price to pay.
Incendium.
I'm here in Penucha.
Yes, this is a faction outpost boss. And I solo them all the time. And almost many of my streams, I come here and solo them. Now with Dalal here, it's twice as fast. Or even faster than twice as fast. Because Dalal's full sword and he does a lot of damage. They are hard to solo for a lot of people. You don't normally see a lot of people soloing faction bosses. Ish. I know people can do it. I've seen people do it. You just don't see it often. Because they do a lot of damage. Alright, we're still waiting for the stars. What is this at? There's not even 1 star. It's not even really worth it. But these guys are worth it. These are glowy bosses, and you see the gold circle underneath him? He's worth good amount of faction. That's why you stop and you fight them. And they normally can drop these books. See these books? Which is another extra 14,000 in silver, easy. Alright, let's go around the castle. We'll leave it till at least 1 stars. Otherwise not worth a lot of faction points. But at least capping 1 and holding it, like we just did, regardless of when the other team or whoever comes and faction caps all these ones, you still get the whole region capture bonus for just for capturing 1. So even though I let it sit. Left tower, then right tower, and then all the way around?
I'm following you. I don't come out here as often as you.
Yeah, I normally hang out at this castle because there's not normally anybody here and it's not crowded.
Yeah, most people do Mongolia. It's closer. You can loot and then sell easier. But this yeah is more up because it's a little further.
More XP. More fame.
The boss down
The
here.
boss spawned. I think that's a great idea though, Delau. I'm gonna empty out my bank. And anytime I come and loot, like when I do group solo dungeon runs, I just toss all the loot in there. And then at the end of the stream I can say, here, this is all the loot that I got from all these dungeon runs and how much money I made. Because normally I go sell at the auction, right? But
Yeah.
I do sell orders and I never really know how much until I come back, and even then it doesn't really sell right away, right? It's always trickle selling.
Yeah, there's good silver and fame to be made.
Yeah. 100% agree. You're the one that taught me how to do this, actually. Years ago.
It's one of my favorite activities. When activity is up. Yeah, I love the 15%. Yeah. I'm actually getting a 25% bonus because I have the 10%, but the
He's
challenger.
talking about here. Challengers. So you go to a black zone, right? And you get these. You get this extra 2%. And then if you go all the way up, where were you at? This one?
10% is the highest. Yeah, I'm gonna get 10% from next season as well. Yeah.
And that is definitely a reason to have a guild and everything to do in black zone. I need to go do that to get up to 10%, huh?
We can do Black Zone content. We have a hideout. We can do things in Black Zone.
No, I gotta go to bed.
I mean, later on if you want to. Yeah, but I'm planning to do this all weekend.
Yeah, I'm fine for doing this.
Probably do want to run some course for our hideout.
Does it ever
This is very
downgrade?
fun.
Does it ever?
Yeah, you guys doing this very much with me. Yeah.
Does it ever downgrade if you don't get it power cores to it? Don't you need? Do you need certain amount of power cores every single week or month or something?
It depletes at certain levels. At power level 3, it takes 7 days to go down to power level 2.
So
you
you
have like
kind
a whole week. Right now we're at power level 3, right? So you have about a week to power it up again. At higher powers, it goes down quicker within a couple days. I think at power level 4, it goes down every 3.5 or 4 days.
Huh. So you have to constantly be powering it.
The higher power your hideout is, though, the higher bonus you get for crafting, and as well as fighting out of the hideout in PvE. Everything is better at a higher power level.
Got interrupted on my ability. It's almost at 1 star.
Yeah, our hideout is in the roads too, so it's hard to get stream snipe because they can't. It's hard to find the zone, right?
Yeah.
Because it's random every time, so that's also a good place to stream. Not the ideal place to stream is from the mist, though. It's built for streamers, so you don't get stream snipe, right? Or
Well,
solo.
I still haven't been in any mist. I've been in the mist, but I've never been in any mist dungeons. People keep saying the mist. The mist closes after a certain amount of time.
That's the whole reason why, and so people can't snipe you and gang up on you.
But you gotta go look for one of those wisps mist things to open. Right?
That's right.
But those things close after a certain amount of time.
They do.
And when they say they make a whole bunch of money, is it what, in higher tier zones? Do they drop chests or anything?
They do. But you don't have to do that. This weekend is probably going to be faction.
I'm gonna honestly say that what we're doing right here is worth far more than any mist dungeon I've ever seen. I know people say everything, but when I was soloing in mist dungeons, you can't fight this many mobs that quick, that fast, and get this much fame.
That's very the cluster. That's right. The
faster,
fame per hour or per minute, and as well as the silver per minute.
yeah, what we're doing right here is
If the ones in the mist are only dropping 1,500, and we're getting 400 to 500 from these.
yeah, what we're doing right here is far more valuable than any mist dungeon that I've ever seen. And granted, I've never seen anybody stream, or maybe somebody can show me something
as well
different.
As the risk, because in the Black Zone Mist is where you get the 1,500 fame per mob, or silver per mob. But
Yeah,
they're a little bit more spread out. They're not as clustered like.
The risk is high. You do that. And this right
yeah,
here,
as well as the risk, because I've lost my gear several times, right? Just trying to get the challenger.
here I can do this, and I can be in the gear that I'm used to instead of, oh, just put on tier 5 gear. I'm not accustomed to tier 5 gear, right? Or tier 6 or whatever lower gear. I have to readjust myself for damage, for my hit points, for how fast I'm taking damage. Like, everything's got to change. There's people obviously adjusted to wearing tier 5 gear and other things. I'm not acclimated to lower tier gear. I'm acclimated to the gear I'm wearing. So, it's just about what you play with, right? So, if fighting only in tier 5 gear and playing in the black zone or tier whatever tier gear you play with is your playstyle, then yay and have fun. I like playing in tier 8 gear.
I also like playing in tier 8 gear.
So, that's what's fun for me.
Which is why I'm very excited for the update with the legendary weapon. Because I'd love to do this if they allow me to not just level my character, but a weapon. And then also gear in the future. I would love that, yeah.
So that's what legendary weapons are. Explain to me this legendary
it's a
weapon.
that can be leveled, yeah. So it has to be an 8.4 weapon.
So if it's 8.4
be
weapon,
awakened, and I think you awaken it at the artifact dungeon. And then the weapon can be leveled up by doing PvE like this. And eventually, it can be leveled to the point where it'll never actually leave the game.
what do you mean never leave the game?
Like, if you die in the black zones, it'll go to the black market and can reappear, and it'll still say it's crafted by Time, right?
Huh.
It'll just remove another similar costing item from the black market, but it'll keep coming back, so it'll be a permanent mark in Albion's history on crafting. They're gonna make crafting totally worth it, yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Is it 1 star yet? No. We haven't circled around the middle yet.
Yeah, that's something I definitely want to do.
And that comes out in October? October 1st, I think somebody said actually in the chat. There's no boss in them. I don't know what I'm doing. Somebody's leaving all this loot around. Sometimes people leave books.
Sometimes they do. Yeah, there's a lot of.
A lot of times. Let me just say more than sometimes. You run around here and people destroy these things and they leave 14,000 in silver in books. You should try out Eva Rose for fame. Farming single mob. Yes. Actually, that is
you
also.
can get 1 million for fame. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to be geared right. Yeah. Yeah. It's totally worth it.
Nuffall just message and say you should try Eva Rose for fame. So yes, I actually have streams with that. We have a whole full-on guild and everything that does that. And yes, you can gain 25k fame or more, even 1 million fame for some of the bosses. But you got to run around. You got to look for them. We're doing this because right here under activities, invade enemy strongholds, 15% fame for static and open world dungeons and world bosses. And this is static dungeon. It's here for 2 days. Normally, me and Delau, normally I come out here and I solo it. I'm just here playing with Delau right now because he's in a different time zone. He's on. It's late for me. I actually should be going to bed soon. But we were just showing a whole bunch of different things in the stream. People were asking questions such as how to level up mazes, how to do other things like that, why, and I also, somebody from the stream, which was Legendary Gamers, joined in, literally only had 25,000 in fame. In fact, I don't even know, I think I can look right here, Choppy Woppy. So we got up to 89,000 in fame, bought him a bunch of gear. But yeah, Ava Rhodes definitely can make more money, but there's the goods and bads to it, right? It's a black zone, you can die, you can lose all your gear. And we were just explaining that just now. This is very chill, this is very relaxed. If I die in the gear I have right here, no big deal. And we're fighting huge clusters of mobs, and it's a constant minute per fame. Each one of these mobs giving easy 100,000, 300, just 1,000, 3,000 ish fame between both of us because we're splitting it in half, we're not soloing it. It all adds up. And I don't have to run around Eva Rose to look for one mob to just give me 25,000. I'm constantly fighting.
There is more travel time involved in Rose.
Yeah, more travel time involved in Eva Rose. Plus, I'm getting faction points, which I can buy faction chests. So I'm doing multi-layered in points. I'm getting
Actually,
faction.
one of my favorite statics is the Brasilia static dungeon in the Mist. I'm glad they added that because it's the cluster of mobs.
I've never seen that.
Yeah. Well, if you play enough Mist, you'll encounter it. Yeah. There's a static in the Mist.
There's a static in the mist, and then you go do it. And then
Yeah,
I've noticed every mist I've ever gone into,
Okay,
there's
cool.
more than just me in it.
You chose the wrong side.
Obviously, I haven't done that many, but now we're just gonna capture these outposts real quick.
Incendium.
But yeah, anytime I get a new person,
We should have started with this last time. Should have said, because this way we would have gotten passive faction rather than starting in Mob 1.
what do you mean?
Because when we capture an outpost, we'll get passive faction
Incendium.
just for capturing an outpost or killing a player of the opposite faction.
It's true.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I find interesting is, because I'm not sure if Nuffall's still here. People always join my stream, early comments just says, just go to a black zone and just do that. It's worth more. Yeah,
Just trying to,
I've explained
Just trying
many
to tempt you
times
to-
in
yeah.
many of my streams why I'm doing this. This is not for the stress. This is for I'm relaxing. I'm having fun. I'm doing what new players and people that should enjoy the game are doing. Black Zone is stressful. Black Zone is not fun for me. You spend more time running around. If you want to watch a streamer just run around and look for things, great. I like action. I like fighting. I like to feel like I'm doing something.
That is the fun part of a static, yes.
Yep. And I like to teach new players how to actually play and enjoy the game instead of telling a new player, let's just go to a black zone. No, I don't tell new players to do that. I show them what I do, and this is how I play the game, and I enjoy the content, and I don't ever risk dying. Risk dying and losing it all, I mean. Like in the black zone, you will just go in with tier 5 gear. I gotta spend the time to run an auction house, figure out what gear I want to wear in tier 5, go buy it, go to a black zone, stream it. Because I'm streaming, somebody comes in and ganks me, and I lose all my stuff, and I can do it all over again. Does that sound fun to you? From my perspective? Doesn't actually sound that fun. So, I'm just gonna do what I enjoy and what I like. And that's what I'm doing. Yeah, easily over 1 million in combat fame. And it's star 1. Perfect, so we get the extra. And then we get the region capture bonus. So for those what I mean by stars, if you're looking over here, see how there's 1 star? Every star equals more faction points. Now I know they went over here and captured all this, and they're capturing this one now too right there. But we were over here doing the static. Alright, Delau, thank you so much. That was fun.
It was very fun, yes.
I am going to call it for all those who are watching. If you enjoy this content, please feel free to smash the like button. It helps me out. It helps it to be able to at least have more visibility so people can see and hopefully be able to find and enjoy this content, get educated a little bit more in Albion Online. Well, thank you for staying, Rusty Banjo. And you have a good night. And thank you for commenting and asking questions. Hopefully I was able to help you out. If you like, go ahead and please feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you like. Let me know what you don't like. I get educated from all of the above. If you would like to subscribe, if you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe. If you don't want to subscribe, that's okay as well. Come back once a week, come back once a month, or come back daily because I'm streaming daily. Check out what content I have. Thank you again, Rusty Banjo again, for commenting and staying for the whole thing. And you all have a wonderful rest of your evening, day, or whatever time it is for you yourself. Awesome. Thank you for subbing as well, Rusty Banjo. We'll catch you in the next episode or the next video, whatever I'm doing. You have a wonderful rest of your day.